Simon Guobadia has fired off another cease and desist, this time to the Real Housewives of Atlanta production company. Before we get into what he wants them to stop doing, I think Porsha thinks Simon is playing with him. He's not. And he's going to make it very difficult for Porsha to make money. Like, really difficult, okay? I don't even know what they're going to do at this point when you listen to what he's asking them to do. Anyway, I want us to start by going back to January 2022. What we see is on Instagram, Simon Guobadia gifting Porsha Williams a very expensive, luxurious car, a Rolls Royce. That car is like worth $300,000. Like, that's an entire house down there in Alabama, Kentucky, or Mississippi. A big house at that. 4 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms with 4 bathrooms, okay? Like, houses are reasonable in the South, okay? But anyway, the Rolls Royce has a red bow on it. I'm going to include images for you guys to see what I'm talking about. It has a beautiful orange interior, and the car is like a metallic silver, very beautiful car. Porsha is very excited. We see like all doors open. We're seeing the beautiful interior. Porsha is like this, celebrating. And at one point, she's like laying on top of the car with Simon. The other point, she's like hugging Simon. So happy. And like, she should be, right? Not only is it an expensive car, it's a very beautiful car. And at that point, they had not yet married. They were engaged. So that was January 2022. They went on to get married about, give or take, 10 months later. I believe November 2022, they tie the knot in one of the most beautiful weddings I've seen when it comes to celebrities, right? Okay. So Simon gifts the car to Porsha. Now, we think this is Porsha's car, right? Well, according to this cease and desist, it was not Porsha's car, no matter what our eyes saw. This is why you should never trust the things you see on Instagram, especially when it comes to lifestyle content. People are flexing. People are lying on Instagram, okay? These lifestyle content creators are lying day in and day out. They're talking about buying Birkins for $15,000, going to fashion shows, you know, or getting these kind of sponsorships, flying first class when all they're doing is taking pictures in first class and then going to sit in economy. And did you guys know that there are actually companies that you can pay to go sit in their private plane, take pictures and leave? And some of them, they're not even planes. They're made to look like planes. And that's what some of these people are doing. So we see that with Simon and Porsha. Fast forward to today. Let me read what Radar Online, they had the exclusive on this, right? The title of their article says, "Divorce Turns Nastier. Porsha Williams' ex issues a blistering cease and desist letter to order Bravo to stop filming his Rolls Royce, the car he gifted Porsha when she was his fiance back in January 2022. Then I was like, wait, didn't you give it to her? What do you mean his Rolls Royce? Well, he didn't. Okay? Let me read this. June 12, 2024, Simon Guobadia sent a cease and desist letter to the Real Housewives of Atlanta production company, specifically prohibiting them from filming, photographing, or recording his 2021 Rolls Royce Ghost vehicle. All right. So, but we saw that you gifted her that car. Let's go into what they say. The letter states that Simon Guobadia is the sole legal owner of the 2021 Rolls Royce Ghost, as he purchased and insured the vehicle solely in his name on October 26, 2021. So 4 months prior to gifting it to Porsha Williams, give or take 4 months, January 2022, he bought the car. Right? And he gifted it to her as a pre-wedding gift. And like I said, they went on to get married November 2022. Now, when I read that, I was a little bit confused. The article says that Porsha has been seen filming in the car. Well, that's why he sent the cease and desist. And Porsha has been driving all over Atlanta flexing, okay, in that car. But I was like, but I thought Porsha bought her own Rolls Royce. Remember back in either April or last month, May, Porsha's friend Shamia also got gifted a Rolls Royce by her husband. Her husband is also Nigerian. So these girls, Porsha and her friend Samia, both married Nigerian men, rich Nigerian men, right? Simon used that as an opportunity to jab at Porsha. Immediately after Samia posts a clip of, the video, her, being so excited as she should be about this vehicle, Simon posts the same video, says, "Congratulations, Samia. You will be the only housewife with a Rolls Royce." Remember, Kenya quickly came down under Simon's post and said, "Hold on, Shamia won't be. I also have a Rolls Royce, but I bought it with my own money. I didn't need any man to buy me that car." All right. So Kenya was flexing that I have that much money. I didn't wait for any rich man to buy it for me. Well, Porsha also responded. She clapped back, right? Her clap back was great. I mean, she had a good clap back. She says, "Congratulations, Shamia. At least Shamia's husband is not in debt and he is a U.S. citizen." Now, that's not what she said word for word, but I'm going to include what she said. She said something to that effect, right? That was a good clapback. Why? Because, Simon was denied citizenship back in January 2024, and Porsha filed for divorce like a month or so later, February 2024, after the government says, "No, we don't want you in this country. We don't even want you to represent us," okay? Then a day or two later, after Simon posted Shamia's video and Porsha clapped back, Porsha took to Instagram Live inside a Rolls Royce. And I remember people on the shade room saying, "Yeah, Porsha girl, yeah, show him you can get your own luxury car." And I was one of those people. I was like, "Yeah, Porsha, yeah, show him you can get your own luxury car. You've got your own money." I was happy for Porsha. Well, according to this cease and desist, no, that was still the same car Simon gifted her back in 2022. I'm like, so what kind of flexing was that? We thought you did that to put Simon to shame. Like, he's saying Shamia is going to be the only cast member with a Rolls Royce, because we understood that he repossessed, maybe repossessed is not the right word. He took back the car he gifted you, right? And we thought you went and bought your own to show him. Only to find out, no, Porsha was flexing on Simon in Simon's car. Like, girl. So it says, despite gifting the Rolls Royce to Porsha, the vehicle's title and registration are in Simon Guobadia's name, giving him legal ownership. This, Porsha, you've got to be smarter than this. I mean, that wouldn't be me. I'm not saying I'm the smartest girl in the world, but I know I'm not that dumb. That wouldn't be me. I don't care if somebody's gifting me a car that is worth $5,000 or $600, maybe a Lamborghini or Ferrari, whatever. I don't care what the price is. If you're giving me something that expensive, I'm going to make sure my name is on the deed, or at least my name is also on the deed. If you say you're giving it to me, you better give it to me. But I guess Porsha didn't, Porsha is still driving the car, by the way. But listen to what he requested. He goes further. Not only that they should stop filming the car, the letter demands that no footage or images of the Rolls Royce already captured can be released or published. Simon Guobadia does not consent to filming of his personal vehicle. What does that mean? Any scene captured in that car or showing that car cannot be used. Season 16 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. What a waste of time for the people working on that filming and production company. And he told them, Simon Guobadia threatens legal action if the production company fails to comply with the cease and desist order regarding his vehicle, the Rolls Royce. He gave them proof of the vehicle's title, the registration, and the insurance that only his name and his name only is on those documents. Porsha's name is nowhere to be found on those documents. I don't even know if Porsha is an authorized driver for that car. Though she's driving everywhere around Atlanta, showing everybody how rich she is. I mean, the girl is not poor. The girl is, she's rich. Let's give it to Porsha. Porsha is rich, right? According to IRS, I think you have to be like, worth $500,000 to be considered rich. Right? So in those terms, Porsha is considered rich. But in the real world, she's middle high class, right? She's not rich. She has got more money than me. Myself, personally, by myself. Just me, by myself. She's got more money than me, right? Imagine if Porsha was ever inside the car talking to somebody and they filmed that. Simon is saying, you can't use that. Imagine Porsha attended Kenya Moore's grand opening of her hair spa. If they ever filmed Porsha driving to the parking lot, maybe there was a red carpet outside where people drove there and they came in and Porsha was driven there or drove in that car, they can't use that. Simon says, stop, and I don't want you to use it. Simon is not only retaliating, he's effectively making it difficult for Porsha Williams to make money. And you know what, Porsha, it's all your fault. You really underestimated this man. And if this man is truly as rich as they say he is, you are really foolish for thinking this man is a fool. You don't get that kind of money by being rich. And I don't even care if Simon is really rich or not. The fact is, Simon can have things that make him look rich. Let's give it to the man. I don't know how he got the money, all right? But the fact is, he's living in a very expensive area in Atlanta. I think the suburbs of Atlanta. He drives very expensive cars. Porsha is driving around in Atlanta in a Rolls Royce. That thing is worth $300,000. So we don't know how he made that money, but we can't say he's living like a poor man. Definitely not. Right? That's why Porsha got with him. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed because I thought Porsha bought herself that Rolls Royce when she clapped back at Simon Guobadia. I'm just wondering, what else is Simon Guobadia gonna go after? Porsha's Birkin? You know, those things are expensive, right? They're at least $10,000. I think $20,000. You know, if Simon bought her one of those expensive bags that cost at least $20,000, you know, it's not like walking into Macy's and buying a bag with $200, $300, $600 and you walk out with a receipt and you're gone. No, there's some bags there that have serial numbers and they give you some kind of certificate to show ownership of that bag, right? What if Simon says, I bought that bag? What if it's Simon's name that is tracked to that bag and not Porsha Williams? And what if Porsha is in an event inside a building with that bag while filming Real Housewives of Atlanta? What if that's the next step Simon Guobadia goes after? What if Simon goes after Amazon? Because Porsha is an influencer, she sells things live on Amazon. In fact, most established influencers, the real influencers, they sell their stuff on live on Amazon. That's something Amazon has been doing with influencers. Amazon makes clothing with influencers. You have these lifestyle influencers, the big lifestyle influencers. They have what they call Amazon drops with influencers. You can find Porsha videos right now on Amazon. Porsha recommending things she likes on Amazon live. You watch her live, and she's basically selling you those things on Amazon. Whenever you buy those things, Porsha gets a commission. And that's a lot of money because, she's an influencer. She has millions of followers. What if Simon Guobadia says, well, that is my house. So Amazon, I don't want you to use that footage. That means people can't click on her things because Amazon has to take down those videos. He can go after a lot. And we know Simon is very petty. And he's going to continue being petty because Porsha doesn't want to walk away. I know the prenup says, the house is hers once they file for divorce. But I think Simon was under the impression that Porsha would be there for at least 5 years as a wife. Not 15 months. I mean, the girl is even driving around in his car. Meanwhile, she knows that she's not on the deed of the car. Meanwhile, she knows ownership was never transferred. Talking about ownership being transferred, I was under the impression when he initially gifted her the car back in January 2022, I thought Simon had just bought a brand new Rolls Royce and gifted to her. Come to find out, the evidence Simon provided in this cease and desist was that the letter states that Simon Guobadia is the sole legal owner of the 2021 Rolls Royce Ghost, as he purchased and insured the vehicle solely in his name on October 26, 2021. So the car was in Simon's possession at least 4 months before he decided to gift it to Porsha Williams. So in those Instagram images, we see Porsha acting like she's seeing the car for the first time. Like, girl, you'd been seeing this car for at least 4 months. You're acting surprised. So you were in on it. Porsha understood that that's not her car. They were just flexing on Instagram to further make Simon look even richer than he really is, that he went and just bought a car for her and gifted her in January, when actually he's had that car for 4 months. He had been driving Porsha in that car. Now, I'm not saying someone can't gift you their used things. They can. I mean, look, if you have a used Rolls Royce that you want to gift me, I'm taking it, right? But I'm just saying they made it seem, or maybe in my perception, I don't know. And Porsha was acting like she was just seeing that car for the first time. It was not. Anyway, what else did I want to say? I'm really disappointed with Porsha for not securing the things she wanted. This is why you're going through what you're going through. And at this point, Porsha, you need to secure the bag when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta, because this is your large paycheck, right? And if you keep playing with Simon, he's going to make sure you've got no paycheck in your life. Any businesses that are watching what's going on now and want to deal with Porsha, they might stand back and say, let's see where this goes. Because who knows, or when Simon will say, no, that thing on Porsha is mine. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's see what else. Based on the information, although Porsha has been driving the Rolls Royce around town, the vehicle ownership was never awarded or given to her. Despite gifting her the car, Simon Guobadia remains the legal owner as his name is on the title. That's crazy. I know that the legal system, the courts may have awarded Porsha sole or exclusive sole ownership of the house. That doesn't mean they gave her the house. They just said you can leave and use the house while we're still trying to sort out your divorce. Porsha does not own the house yet. They might give it to her because it's in the prenup. We'll see. But Simon is definitely putting up a fight, right? And I don't know, maybe that's the same thing with the car. Maybe they told her she can use the car. But Simon is saying, I'm on the deed. I'm on the insurance. You can't use my car. Guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Until the next video. Bye.